So you want to grow your following on TikTok, right? Maybe you want to reach that first 1,000 followers. Maybe you want to go absolutely viral and reach hundreds of thousands of followers. But it all starts with the first journey to 1,000 followers. And newsflash, in case you didn't already know this, you need 1,000 followers in order to go live on TikTok. And so, of course, there's a little bit of extra motivation to get that first 1,000 followers. I'm going to show you guys how to do it step by step. And be sure to stay until the end because I'm going to share a really sweet bonus with you guys that will impact your growth trajectory. I'll catch you guys as soon as we play this intro. Hey guys, I'm Rachel Pedersen, TikTok expert. I was a successful early adopter of TikTok. I've been on TikTok now for just about 2 years, and over the last few months, my TikTok following has exploded from just about 6,000 or 7,000 followers 6 months ago to 120,000 followers today, which is pretty remarkable considering I am just a Minnesota mom with 3 kids. I don't feel like my life is anything like crazy or wild, and I'm definitely not one of the cutest people on TikTok. So it's very, very powerful to grow on TikTok. And we've seen so many benefits, including sponsors coming up to us every single day. We've had incredible sales come through our business because of TikTok. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what it takes to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. First and foremost, you want to know who your target market is. And this is really important because if you just try to create trending dances and videos, unless you are the best, the funniest, the cutest, etc., it's going to be very, very challenging to keep up with the trends in a way that helps you to grow to 1,000 followers or even more. So you want to know, who do I want to reach? Is it busy moms? Is it stay-at-home dads? Are you trying to reach chiropractors or marketing agencies? You have to know who you want to create content for, and that's a huge part of this process because it will really help you to make sure that all of your content relates to your audience in the best way possible. You don't want your target market to be everyone. So get super clear on who it is that you're creating content for. The second step that I recommend is to actually search for hashtags that your dream audience may be using. And this is really powerful because your dream audience is already on TikTok creating content. There are nearly 1 billion monthly active users on TikTok, and nearly 30% of those users are over the age of 30. So when you take that into account, I can guarantee you your audience is on TikTok waiting for you to show up, which is really, really exciting. Now I'm going to give you guys a heads up. The first 1,000 followers are the hardest, but not for the reasons you might think. It's actually the most challenging because this is the season before the snowball starts rolling down the hill. You don't have a ton of content working in your favor. You haven't had any virals. You're kind of a little bit discouraged or wondering, I don't even know if this is really for me. But if you can make it through the first 1,000 followers, especially by following what I'm sharing this YouTube video, you continue to see the momentum happen and carry through to 2,000, 5,000, and it continues to grow, which is really, really exciting. So just know that I've warned you, this is the hardest season, is the first 1,000, and then it becomes so much easier. The third thing you want to do is, after searching for the hashtags that your dream audience is already using, you're going to kind of start to make some notes about the trends that you're seeing on their videos. What is it that they're talking about? Are they following a specific type of dance trend? Are they doing a certain type of education, or are they looking for a certain type of education? What are they complaining about? I actually recommend spending about an hour your very first time sitting and researching. Your goal is not to actually make any TikToks during this period. It's just to research and really get a clear sense of what is it that is working with them? What is it that is resonating with them? What is their kind of messaging? Is it snarky? Is it silly? Is it on trend? Is it very educational? Generally speaking, I like to follow the 4 E's when I create content on TikTok, and that is education, engagement, entertainment, and emotion. If you stick within those 4, you're gonna have success because there's something very, very powerful about those 4 E's. So I like to rotate in and out with those. The fourth thing you'll want to keep in mind is the difference between evergreen and trending content. And this is super important because evergreen content can easily be batched. In fact, I have tons of drafts in my phone that are all batch content that are evergreen. And this is content that is good today, it's good a week from now, it's good a year from now. What's so important about evergreen content is it sets you up to have continual content even when life gets busy and crazy with kids or your business or with travel, whatever it is that you have going on. I will say that with 3 kids, sometimes I don't always have the time to create TikToks the way that I would love to prioritize. It just isn't the #1 priority in our life right now. However, I can always rely on my evergreen content that is batched in my drafts on my TikTok account. The second thing within that category is trending content, and these are real time. Now keep in mind, the trends can sometimes change every single week on TikTok, which is really challenging to keep up with. And you can keep up with these just with a couple minutes a day. It doesn't take long to scroll through your For You page before you start to see the trends that are emerging. You see the same dance or song or challenge going on over and over again on your For You page, and you're like, that's it, that's one of the ones I need to create. So I like to create those in real time, supplemented by my evergreen content. And so that's a really helpful way to go about it. The fifth thing you're gonna wanna do, and this is probably one of the most important steps, is to be super, super consistent. If you put out one video per day, make sure that you're actually putting out one video per day and staying at that pace. If you can increase it and go to 3 or 5 videos per day, stay at that pace and don't accidentally dry up for weeks, because it takes a while to get the ball rolling again, especially before you've hit kind of the critical mass of 1,000 or a couple thousand followers. So you have to be super consistent. I want you to pretend that every single video you put out on TikTok is going to accumulate a few more followers. So it's like every single one is a pebble in a bucket of water. Which one is going to be the one that makes it overflow? You don't know yet. So you have to keep creating that content consistently in order to grow. I do like to space out my videos. I don't like to put them all out at once. If you can put an hour or several hours between your videos, it's helpful because then one video can get traction before the next one comes out. But you can honestly put out up to 10 videos per day without seeing a penalty from the algorithm. Next up, we're gonna talk about number 6. I think we're on number 6, hashtags and your caption. Now this is super critical because a lot of people think that just all of the trending hashtags, all the big, massively broad hashtags are gonna be the ones they think, oh, this is the biggest audience. Wouldn't I want to be in front of the biggest audience? Yes and no. It's helpful to get in front of big audiences. However, if your videos don't perform first in the small audiences, they're not going to stand a chance in the sea of everyone using those massive hashtags. So I actually like to start out with really niche down hashtags. I'm talking, 5 figures worth of views, maybe 6 figures, and really sticking in those niche down hashtags and maxing out the number of hashtags that you can have on every single video is going to be really helpful to make sure that you are searchable, that people can find your content, and that it relates with the right audience. So it's more powerful to use a longer hashtag, even though it takes up more characters, than it is to use a bunch of the really short viral hashtags. And of course, engaging with your followers. This is really helpful, and I personally found this to be awesome. For the first few hours after I upload a video, I try to reply to every single comment as much as we can, though sometimes I'll be honest, it gets a little overwhelming when a video is going viral and everything goes crazy. But the more that you can engage with your following and ask them questions in response to their comments within the first few hours of your video, the more you're gonna see the momentum go on that video. So when someone comments early, I'm like, that's so awesome, how did you see this? They're gonna reply, which helps to increase your points in the algorithm system. It's just a very, very helpful process. So reply back to the early commenters and really build up that momentum, especially in the first few hours of a video. And of course, if you can always reply to comments, even better. But as you grow, I'm hoping that you get so busy that you're not able to do that. And lastly, this one's crazy, but you're gonna have to learn to shake it off. There's going to be a lot of content that you put out there that just doesn't perform, especially as you're first learning this platform. And even as I have 120,000 followers and have many virals every day, I have a lot of videos that don't perform. And it's funny because sometimes I get caught up in my head why didn't that go viral? That video is so good. But the truth of the matter is you just don't know when and where and why and how something's going to go viral and bring you tons of followers. So instead, focus on the consistency and constantly putting out content so that way you don't even miss a beat if something doesn't go viral. Now, I promised you guys I had an awesome bonus for you that will really support you in your growth on TikTok. I actually have a free TikTok group for you guys that will help you on your journey. I put free tutorials in there, some things that will support you guys, some of the updates that I find. You can actually find that in the bio beneath this video. Just request access to join and we will get you all set up. That group has thousands of people who are already hanging out, engaging, excited about TikTok. So I challenge you to head on over there if you're really serious about growing to 1,000 followers. And I have a few other resources as well beneath this video so you can check them out and decide which one is the right fit for you. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.